Alright, we should be live right about now, guys. Give everyone a chance to get in here. This is way different than my usual live stream setup. I'll readily admit that. And I know it might be a while before people come in, so just give everyone a chance to hop on in here, see who's going to join and who doesn't want to. It's all cool. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I am. I know I am. Having a great one, actually. Just got back from a trip with my wife. We enjoyed our little vacation, and now it's back to the old grind. Which is why today's live stream isn't on my channel focused on Invader Zim. That's why today's live stream is on something else. And yeah, a bit last minute, but it occurred to me that I could kill a couple birds with one stone here. More on that later. I'm gonna make sure I properly shared this with everybody. Let me see here. YouTube. No. Facebook. Let's make sure Facebook has the correct stuff first of all. Actually, I should share it on. Oh, yeah. I should share the stream to my YouTube channel, my other one. Give me a second, guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Go to Caffeinated Dragonware. Share the live stream. Oh, there I am, right here. Okay, go to my other channel with Invader Zim stuff. Live stream info, yep. And then, there we go. Select all and just paste the YouTube link. And I'll say live now. There. That ought to get everyone's attention. And I'll just copy this to my social media sites. I'll make sure everyone's linked in and has what they want. And then we'll get started on some artwork, some drawing and art and stuff. That's what my favorite thing to do is. Anyways. Okay, so let's edit this video. And paste it on in there. Yep. Okay, everyone on YouTube should know, anyone who checks out that other video. Let me see here. Great post. Let's do another one. Live now. Good. And let's do another one on Twitter. Trying to draw in my audience. Trying to get more people on here and also just kill a few birds with one stone. Like I said, I did say I'd be live streaming every Saturday, so last week I had to change that up and make it Sunday instead. And yeah, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's see there. Okay, I think I've shared that with all the relevant sites now. Just one more. I believe I should share it to Tumblr. Oh, and MeWe I should share there too. Right now, good. And then the last one, and we'll be rolling. Hope everyone's having a good day. And I know this is a bit boring at the start. Give me a second, and we'll have this thing sorted out right away. Cool. Well, hello everyone. For those of you who don't know, my name is Stanley Orr. I am the creator of Invader Zim the Doom movie, a fan film project involving Invader Zim, and I'm also the co-creator of Caffeinated Dragonware, which you see below, or which you see right here on the screen. I'm just a guy doing things and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Not a lot of people going on here. So, Caffeinated Dragonware, for those of you who don't know, is a channel run by me and my wife. And it's the one where we work on creating video games, like game-related, game dev concepts, all that stuff. And today I wanted to fulfill a few things that I had on my to-do list. Number one, I needed to get work done for Invader Zim, the Doom movie. I needed to live stream more Invader Zim, or well, not necessarily Invader Zim stuff. It's just I promised on my Invader Zim channel that I would do more live streaming of artwork and stuff. Secondly, I did say that I wanted to get a video out for Caffeinated Dragonware this week. This should count, hopefully. Third, I wanted to do some portfolio stuff for my own artwork portfolio. And fourth, I did want to make an actual production video of Caffeinated Dragonware. And yeah, this should fit the bill nicely. We'll get something like that. We'll get some footage here. We'll pull it off OBS's live stream, and it'll be good. So let me pull up Critter and see what we're gonna do. For those of you who don't know, when it comes to game dev stuff, I'm not really the game dev type. I'm more of a art type guy. But there's a series of videos that I used to do on this channel, and I want to do again, where I would just come up with game concepts, video game concepts, and see what people liked. So yeah, let me just create a new rough page, and I'm imagining something sci-fi-ish, something like that. Since I'm getting people in from my Invader Zim channel, obviously sci-fi makes sense. We could do anything really. Just got to come up with some sort of game concept. So I'm ready to rock and roll. I think it's going to be a while before people join in, if any at all. This might be a lonely live stream, let's be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna just oh, I should also do another community post. That's right. I'll do another community post real quick. That's the one thing I should have done for Invaders in the Doom Movies channel. Let's do one more community post. It's a good way to get people's attention. Right now. Okay. Boom. View. Excellent. That should get everyone's attention. Alright. So, let me think. What do I want to do today? What do I want to do today? Sky's the limit. I'm trying to do something that involves... Let's get the criteria out here. Let's see. What do we want? We want, number one, it has to expand my drawing portfolio. So, drawing... if I can write it. Portfolio. Okay, number two, has to be entertaining to watch, obviously. Although I could say summarize this actually as Caffeinated Dragonware. I need it to be a video, something that I can take the footage from and turn it into another video on this channel. So yeah, gonna get that going. Numero tres. What else? Drawing portfolio, Caffeinated Dragonware. Okay, it has to be a video game idea. And this kind of ties into the previous point, but it has to be something where I'm brainstorming a video game idea or a pitch. Not even anything that'll be official or anything that I'll actually follow through on. It just has to tie in for the sake of this channel. So those are the three criteria that we're working with here. What are some video game ideas I had? What are some video game ideas I had? I have them on my phone. Let's see what some of these are. I can jot them down. Okay. That was an interesting one. A few of these are really creepy. I don't want to go too intense. Might just get a random idea going. Let's see. Let me start by just drawing a character. Let's just see what we got here. Let's just see here. What are you feeling like? I don't even know what this is. I'm just sort of winging it. Drawing some sort of character here. That might look cool. Somewhat Invader Zim-ish. Invader Zim-esque without being straight up a ripoff or anything like that. this dude is. What is this dude? Is this some more sort of eyeball monster? Not satisfied. Not satisfied with that at all. Be gone with him. Sky's the limit, though. Looking around my room, what do I see here? What are some ideas for objects? We got a little fan over here. It's like a cylindrical fan that blows out air from the top like a miniature AC. And feel free, by the way, if you're watching along, feel free to pitch ideas to me. This whole point is just basically a brainstorming session just to have a fun little video to do. Real casual, you know? Maybe I can draw a knight. That'd be fun. Be a fun thing to do, I don't know. There we go. Legs go here. Tiny little legs. Tiny little knight legs. Not in love with this design, honestly. Lame. If I change up my color, I might get something else. There's also something to be said for just going random. Random character design is always a thing you could do. Actually, something that's kind of Invader Zim like that I could find that would be really interesting. Maybe some bug-like thing? I don't know. I'm still trying to come up with ideas for video game concepts. Anyone have anything at all, let me know. None of this is going to be officially done, mind you. This is just for the sake of a fun little video. Like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this video game happened? Sort of thing. You know? Draw an ant, dude. Oh, I didn't mean to delete that. Okay. Actually, you know what? I could just skip this and go straight to work on a design that I've already been working on for my portfolio. We can turn it into a video game. Why not? That'd be fun. So, let me just show you this robot model I've been working on. Again, I was trying to expand my art portfolio so I could get more of a job in concept art or get something going for a career. Maybe not a full-on career, just something to bring some extra income while I'm up here in Canada waiting for paperwork to process. So this is my robot dude. Let me get rid of that layer.
As you can see, this is just basically a rough model I made of him for the sake of drawing, and I can pose him and stuff and do all that sort of thing. It might be pretty fun. So let me just make a new pose for him. Let's view the front of this. Let's see about posing this guy up. I bet this will get a nice reaction from you guys. I bet that'll get the chat flowing a little bit. The chat juices flowing, as it were. I don't know. Anyways, let's see here. He's not going in for a hug. Let's draw him this way. Angle it downward a bit. Actually, maybe I could have him... Let's do like this, and then pose his arm like so. He could be like, Viva la revolution! Maybe he's got a... Maybe this is a robot uprising that's happening. Actually, I pictured this guy as kind of like a warlord of some sort. Like a real large and in charge sort of figure. So, we bend his bones like this a bit. Bend his segments. Maybe he'll be maybe that's it. Maybe he's standing on like a rock or something, posing dramatically. Ooh, that'd be cool. And the ground would be like down there. Yeah, this will be cool. This will be cool. And then here we could have his other limb. Let's get that. Yeah, close it up a bit. Just have it more like that and more like that. Cool. We got a good pose going on. Captain Morgan sort of pose almost. Let's have this arm a little out of the way, like flung backwards a bit, not quite angled at anything or aiming at anything. And then what's great about this, we can take, and what I'm going to do is take his side skeleton here, bend it backwards, and then this will give me more flexible movement and more dramatic posing. I'm treating this as if I'm actually doing concept art for a real project, because that's the whole point of building my portfolio, right? Is to make it so that, hey, here's what I can do, here's how I work, here's how I do things, my mentality, how I tackle them for concept art and stuff. And this shows prospective clients what I'm capable of. So I should do that. I should give it a real dramatic pose, make everything... And I built this guy from the ground up. That's why I don't consider it cheating to use a drawing model like this. I built this guy from the ground up, using my own stuff, using my own skills. And so that's why I don't feel it's like very cheaty to use him when I'm creating concept art, because this is the process I use. Especially for more complicated figures that I'm not that confident yet in drawing and getting the poses right. I definitely do stuff like this. You know, it just makes sense at the end of the day. Okay, let's inverse kinematic this. Now let's do like that, right there. See if we can change his head anyways. Actually, we might have it looking like that off to the side. Like he's gesturing back to some troops off screen and being like, come on, let's charge! Robot uprising! Woohoo! It's a party! His head's just floating in that tank anyways. Alright, how does this pose look? Nice. Very dramatic. I like it. Cool, so we got two poses drawn of this dude. Let's go. Well, not drawn, but ready. We got that one, and we got that one of him, like, in combat, firing away. We got him rallying the troops, sort of deal. Maybe the last one. Let's draw a new one. Sequence new. We're gonna call this one jetpack. Let's give him, as it implies, let's make him flying around on like a jetpack. And also, I don't know why his arm keeps insisting on sticking out of his head every time I load a new pose, but it's the funniest darn thing. Because that's not the pose I gave him. But it's like, I gave him a default T pose when I made the model, but for some reason Animator likes doing it this way. I don't know what to tell you, but oh well, we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Oh hey, hang on. Why isn't there music? Oh gosh, guys, I didn't realize the music wasn't going this whole time. Sorry. It should have been. There. My bad. Anyways, Anyways, let me know whenever that's going on, guys. Let me know if the music ever cuts out or anything like that. I can't actually hear what you're hearing if you want to know the truth. That way my desktop audio doesn't come through. It doesn't cause any issues if I have to listen to the live stream or whatever. But yeah, if we want him, this robot,
Can I cook you
we
boys
want
some
him
pizza
dramatically
box?
like floating
Thanks, Mom.
upwards.
Thanks, Mrs.
Like
Herrera.
jetpack style. Like Tony Stark, maybe Iron Man-ish. Because he does have those jetpacks on
Just
his back. Maybe
90
we can make use of them in
seconds
this
until
pose.
hot, mouth-wateringly delicious pizza pops, Mike.
Looking up ahead.
Mike.
Cool. Heck, maybe when he's flying, his legs sort of
Gotta
come
go.
together like a claw closing in.
Your friend
And
seems
that makes
nice.
them all, you know, out of
Pizza
the way and
pops.
stuff.
Weird good.
I think that would work. Nice. Gonna have to make his waist more aligned with his body here. I'm thinking like a real streamlined sort of jetpacky thing going on, like he's flying upwards. Okay, how's this pose looking? It would be great if one leg was raised higher than the others, actually. Let's do a real Superman pose for this guy. Ah, that'll be looking cool. What do you guys think? Alright, there we go. Nice. And it doesn't need to be at an angle like that necessarily. It could be slightly turned inwards, like because it is a ball and socket joint this guy has. There. Nice. Taking off. That's cool. Actually, better yet, better than that pose. Better than a Superman pose. What if he's like hovering up, looking down at everyone, like looking down on his enemies, about to let loose a barrage? That would be cool. So let's do that. That would be even a cooler pose, I think. Capture the personality of this character very well in this hypothetical game pitch we're doing. Which, by the way, if anyone has any ideas, let me know. Because that's the next part of the video. After I get this pose rigged, I'm going to have to sketch in the concept art for this guy, but I'm also going to have to make like an idea for a unique game that we could do with this. So let me know what you think would make a neat sort of game involving this robot dude. Because I need that, I'll do it myself if no one comments in the entire video. You know, like if the chat is just dead the whole time, I get it. But if anyone is watching and actually does want to participate, please do, because like I do need the ideas, and I would much rather do some feedback, some back and forth, some interactivity. I like that, rather than just yammering at myself for 4 hours. Which I can do that too. I can talk to myself for 4 hours, no problem. That's alright. I'm just curious if any of the usual people are here either. People migrating over from my other channel, seeing if they actually got the message or if it was a little too last minute. It might have been a little too last minute. We'll come up on a break here in about a little bit, half an hour maybe. Maybe I'll come to a break earlier and just use that as an excuse to post what I'm thinking, to post towards my other channel. Be like, hey guys, by the way, you can totally check out Caffeinated Dragonware. That's totally cool if you would do that. That'd be great. Alright, here we go. How's this looking? Ooh, that's pretty slick. What if he's just now coming up to the arc of his jump right here like this? We just have his arms like this, almost like bat wings. How's this look? Ooh, I like it. Sweet. Or maybe straight out. Maybe straight out was the solution. Maybe something like this. Something to this effect might be worth it. gonna be awesome is drawing this guy back in. This would be really fun. Alright, now let's see how this looks. Nice. I dig it. Have his front two legs both. We could have them both up at slightly different angles. Sky's the limit. Cool. Nice. Nice. Okay, I dig it. I think we got our good. I think we got ourselves a good smattering of poses to work with. Let's just delete these two from here. Edit, delete elements. Edit, delete elements. Okay, build, add figure, and we're gonna build, add sequence. Nice. First sequence. Build, add figure, figure one, build, add sequence, jetpack. Okay, and build, add figure, figure one. And then what sequence do we want on this guy? Well, we want the more neutral sequence. Oh crap, I did that wrong, oh no! Mode, sequence, let's go to sequence, neutral. My problem was I didn't have the animation key turned on when I was posing this. Oh no! Alright, I can fix that. Just do like this. That. Just slightly nudging everything. Just to give it a kick in the pants and be like, hey, I've moved this, register this please. And that. Sorry if this is kind of boring, guys. I mean, I'm working with what I got here. And again, I really do hope everyone joined in from my other YouTube channel, or are ready to join in, or are gonna see the update I gave at least. It'd be nice. If not, that's okay. I realized how last minute it was. I realized how last minute the change was, you know, where suddenly I'm doing this other video. Or I'm doing this live stream on another channel. Okay, mode, see, that should be good. Yeah, much better, okay. Get rid of the bones, because we don't need them for this. Let's zoom in. Cheat a little bit and tilt this downwards. That. I have this top. Good. Build. Add figure. We're gonna do this a few more times. We're gonna duplicate a few of these poses so that I can get a full turnaround view of this guy. This is how I get a good angle of all my shots, of all the poses of the character, and make it so that it's more believable. You get more angles, it makes it easier to register what's going on, you know? Build, add sequence, Oh wait, I need to add a figure. Duh. Build, add figure. Figure 1, build, add sequence, gunner. A back view of that, very nice. Actually, I think this gunner pose is the strongest and it makes a good side pose. So I think I'll do that. There we go. Build, add figure, figure 1, build, add sequence, jetpack. This one we'll do a full-on, flat-out back view of this guy. Now we're getting a good variety, and that's the key to concept art. I feel like you need to have a good variety of poses and views for your character. Whatever character it is you're working on. So neutral. Oh wait, I'm gonna add a new build, add figure, figure 1, build, add sequence, neutral. Bring that in here. We'll do a different angle of this. We'll do it from the back. Excellent. Something like that'll be good. And then lastly, we'll do just a straight up back view of the gunner pose over here. Add figure, figure 1, build, add sequence, gunner. Alright, sweet. So now we can go ahead and bring that in and, well, this is all in service of concept art, but it'll be good to have that. Like so, straight up the back view. You know, now that I think about it, change the poses on these. Let's just delete these two. Or actually, no, let's move them. Let's move them up. So this is up here. We'll use these to frame the jetpack poses. This is right here. Might have to shrink them a bit, but that's okay. No harm done. I want to move them out of the way because I feel like the gunner poses are actually, like I said, they're the strongest. And I want them to actually be front and center. So what I'm going to do is create a few more angles on the gunner pose right here. And it'll look much better. Build, add figure, figure 1, build, add sequence, gunner. Very good. I'll drag this here. Also, the height, the white value should all be the same for these because I want it to be a turnaround table. There. This will be a good 3/4 view. There. And now we've got those angled all, those drawn all nice and stuff. Like that.
Sweet. Very good.
Now let's build some light sources. Build, add light. Gonna have it be, one of them can be green. Infinite light source, huh? Looking cool. Let's rotate it so it's facing the side. Right, let's see, what angle do I want this on? Like that. Build, add light. We'll have a secondary one that's more neutral. We'll make it white. It'll also be infinite, but we'll hit it from the other angle. There. Now you have two good light sources, and these will be good. I repeat myself. These will be good though for getting a good variety of for the poses. it gives it more depth. It's more visually appealing. It's more interesting. All that stuff actually really matters. Now for some local sources, let's build, add light. Let's give it a spotlight. Make it yellow. This is going to be a gun blast. So it's only going to be prevalent on like the one that I draw it on, the one character whose pose I hit here. This guy. Since it's going to be just a gun blast, let's go to advance. Let's change the radius from the minimum of 100 to the maximum of 101. Let's see how that does it. Nah, still not enough. It's the angle that's also an issue, I think. So, angle, let's do minimum of 1, maximum of 5. Okay, perfect. Very controlled. Very contained, sort of gun blast look. Perfect. That's good. Because now I can light that individually and make it work for me. Pity I don't think I can duplicate lights like that. I can't copy paste. Nah, it's just the one. Ah, darn it, but that's okay. Build, add light, spotlight. Let's give it a red light from beneath. I got an idea for this dude. And the advanced settings, we'll make it again 100, 101, 15. Very limited spotlight. Bring it down to here. Rotate it like this. And I can make it bigger. I just wanted to start out very limited just so I know what I'm doing. Alright, it does need to be have a wider angle. So let's do that. Angle from 25 to 50. Let's see how that looks. Okay. So basically, I just wanted to affect this guy. This middle pose. Let's also drop the intensity on these two environmental lights. They seem to be a bit much. A bit strong there. There. Okay, cool. Build, add light. We're gonna make this another spotlight. I'm gonna give it a radius of 100 to 101, and then from 20 to 30. I'm gonna bring this one in here, and it is gonna sit right behind this guy, acting as like a rim lighting for the back. Maybe not even from the back. Maybe from the angle, from following behind him directly. Let's give the general visibility, let's make it less of an obvious hue here for the green. There. Something more neutral would be in order, I think. Saturation, let's drop it to like 10 there. Alright, cool. Now it's more of a neutral highlight there, which is what I wanted. How's that looking? Nice. You know, in hindsight, these two poses can just be gone away with. This will make it more concise, which I think is the idea, honestly. So let's build, add another light source. We do need these to be for the jetpack, so it's going to be pretty bright and intense. Give it a spotlight look. Bring it down. Let me see what I'm working with here. Let's rotate it like that. Because these are going to be relative to the jetpack. Actually, I could change this to a local light. Local lights? Nah. No, it's not a... Well... No, I'll make it a spotlight still. Alright, radius of 100 to 101. Angle 30-40, that's fine. There. Light coming up from the jet, which is what we wanted. Actually, for the gunshot thing here, why don't I just move it over to here? There. Muzzle flash. Can light that up as I need for that one. More dramatic that way anyways. And since it's more dramatic, why don't I just do the obvious? Do it this way. Technically it would be more of a local light, but I want each of these poses to have their own light source, so I don't want light from one like interfering with another per se. You know what I mean? I think you get it. That's the idea anyways. Because it is supposed to reflect concept art for a game or something, you know? And for that reason I can't have it be too on the nose, or I can't have the stuff bleed over too much, you know? Right there. Cool. How's this looking? Nice. Very good. Still need some more lights though. Build. Add light. We're gonna make this another spotlight. Crank that all the way up. Advanced. Once again, 100 to 101. Very much a beam of light. And this is gonna be behind this guy. Jetpacks. Jetpacks lit up right there. Very good. And then we're going to make one more build. Add a light. Yet another spotlight at this angle. 100 to 101. Angle. I'll just drop this one even a little. 20, 30. Just to make it a little tighter. Alright. Bring you over here. Drag you down. Rotate you 180 degrees. Very good. There, now the light's coming from his jetpacks. I think. Should be anyways. Should give that impression. Nice. We're getting a good variety of poses here. I'm liking how it's coming together. Now for all these lights, I've been neglecting something. It needs to be able to cast shadows. Ray trace size. Ray trace style. It needs to be soft. Size, I don't know what size of the softness. Let's make it half. Let's see how this looks. Render test image of 1920 by 1080. Let's see what pops in there. Not a lot. Not liking that. Alright, so that is going to be a problem if I do that with all the lights. I'll just disable the shadow casting for now. Render image. 1920 by 1080. For some reason, and I don't know why. Let's get the camera and see if it's casting here. But the light, the muzzle flash light isn't showing up. Okay, that's a problem. Maybe it's because it's not close enough. Oh boy. Okay, let's try that. Render image. Render image. Boom. Okay, yeah, so it was just a distance. I kind of figured. But if that's the case, then maybe turning it into a local light wouldn't be too bad. I mean, I know it's casting light on everyone here, but would it really if I just limited its size? Yeah, see, it's not too bad if I turn it into a local light. So what if I shrink its intensity? Okay. Radius enter 50 to 75. There. Make it even more concentrated. Yeah, okay. That means I need to make this even closer. I need to practically put it on the muzzle. Which is the idea, of course, but, you know. Render image, go. What do we got here? Almost what I wanted. I just need to bring it out now. Sweet. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day, honestly. Really do. Let's do one more spotlight. And this one will be a generic sort of casting light on everything sort of thing. It won't be from anywhere in particular. It'll just be for the sake of these bottom three. These bottom three who seem to be out of the loop a bit. Okay, now. If I could just make this infinite light stronger is all. How does this look?
I mean, apart from the fact that I forgot to disable the light visibility so we actually see them, but apart from that, it looks good.
Alright, cool. This will work. Let's bring the camera on in here. Two views. One's gonna be the front, the other's gonna be the camera. Alright. Nice. Let's see how this looks when I render it the way. View camera. Render image. It's gonna be cut off a bit, I bet. Not even.
Excellent.
Sweet. I can just zoom it in a bit. I can get a little more tight of a focus. And I can X coordinate of 0 just so it's properly aligned. View camera. Render image. Render image. Okay, so we're almost good. I just need to back off a little bit now. View top. Let's, like I said, let's back off just a little bit. That should be enough. View camera, render image, render image. Now the reason the camera cutoff, let me tell you this, the reason the camera cutoff looks different between when I'm doing the preview and when it actually renders is because I'm actually going in there and rendering at a big different aspect ratio than the camera in the actual software. That's why. That's the only reason. So in case you were wondering, that's the answer. Alright, but this is looking good. I'm thinking I'm done with that. Okay, let's go to scene, properties, environment, get rid of the ground grid. Very good. Okay, we'll take two different pictures. One, I will overlay over the other. The first one, it's just going to be this shot, this plain geometric view, which animator can't render a geometric view like that, a wireframe view or anything. And then the other one is going to be this, which I'll actually save. So we're going to save this as a PNG with alpha. Oh. Save it as a PNG with alpha. Let's save it here under my pitch video thing. Okay, we're going to call this one Portfolio Video 1 Art 0 Character 1 Robot. And we're going to call this Rough Animate 0. There's going to be two of them. Alright, and save. Good. Now let's go to Creator and make a second version of it. Open file. Here's our guy. There's the non-anti-alias version of it. Perfectly with the other, or close enough, I guess. Looks like it does. Very good. Let's just go to filter, adjust threshold. I just want to make sure the geometry itself is untouched, basically, that we can see essentially where everything is. Nice, and it looks like that's the ticket. Alright. Oh, whoops. Just gotta get rid of that. That. Alright. Let's add a threshold filter. Select everything that is green, the other one. I'll paste it at the top. There. Thereby making it a little easier to tell when stuff is just drawn inside the bubble of this. Alright, cool. Here's our second reference. Let's go to File, Export. Let's call it Portfolio Video 2 Art 1 Art 0 Character 2 Robot Rough underscore Animate underscore 1.png. Sweet. There, boom. Okay, I got my two reference drawings prepped and ready to go. I'm gonna be right back, guys. Gonna take a short break, maybe inform people online again of the fact that this is live, and then when we come back, I will get to work on some actual art of this. So, looking forward to that. See you guys in a second.
Oh my gosh, thank you for the heads up. This is why I need your help. Oh my goodness. Ah, goodness gracious, guys. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm glad that we sorted that out. Okay. Poof. Today's been crazy, let me tell you. Anyways, hi, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're all having a good day. Everyone who's just now joining from my little stunt I pulled with the cardboard box writing. I'll explain what's going on here in a second, once more people start popping up. Goodness gracious. Sorry about that. No idea why that happened. My bad. Yeah. Glad it's okay now. Goodness. Anyways, what I was saying was, like, what was my train of thought here? I don't know what my own train of thought was. We'll just pretend I didn't have one. Just drawing this robot guy. I was, oh yeah. So my secondary channel that you're on right now. Hi, welcome to Caffeinated Dragonware. I'm Stanley. Those of you who know me from my other channel, presumably. In this channel, my wife and I work on game design stuff, video game development stuff. And in this one, I'm wanting to come up with a game idea, a random game concept. It's just going to be a fun little video. It's not actually going to go anywhere. I'm not actually going to turn it into a real game or anything. But I think it's going to be fun, and it'll be a nice way to kill several birds with one stone. You know, I'm trying to get a live stream out for today. I'm trying to get a game dev idea going. I'm trying to get something created for my secondary channel. All this can be done with one fell swoop. And I'm trying to expand my art portfolio too, so that I can possibly get some jobs hired on as like a, I don't know, a freelance artist somehow. That'd be nice. So, yeah, that's the long and the short of it. Anyways, let me just go in here. Right now I'm just drawing this. I had this idea for this character, this robot-looking dude. Not sure what else to do with him yet, but this is the idea I had. So we're just going to work on this guy. So, Rain, how's your day been? How have you been hanging? Sounds like fun. Sweet. Glad you like the idea. I don't know anything about this robot guy other than he's a robot guy and he shoots things. Very detailed, I know. Good character concept, I think. But beyond that, I have no clue what I wanted to do with him. And actually, I should also import... Let me import the rough concept I sketched out of him, just so I can have that as reference. Just so I can remember the sort of feel I was going for with it. Nice. Alright, cool. I was going to draw a cape on him too. I think it'd look cool with a cape. It gives it more flair. It's been alright. How about mine? Doing good. I got back from a trip with my wife. You know, she and I went on a little vacation. That was cool. But now that I'm back, I'm going to try and get a bunch of stuff done that I obviously wasn't able to do while I was gone. Because, you know, vacation. So now I'm trying to get back in the swing of things real quick and knock a few things out of the park all at once. You know, because this week it's my turn to post a video on our secondary channel here. And, well, everyone who's joined knows this already. Let me make sure the chat on my Invader Zim channel isn't confused. They should be fine. Actually, real quick, sorry about this. I'm going to plug in my phone just to make sure it doesn't die, because that's where my secondary thing is streaming from to let everyone know to come here. So if that dies, it's all lost.
Hello, secondary stream. I know you've been able to hear me the whole time. Hopefully it's not too confusing being able to hear me but not see me. Moving the bed a little so I can plug in the phone charger. Yes, I know, my life is a mess. Woe is me. This needs to reach it. And boom, good. Now I know this live stream won't quit on us. Alright. Hello.
Hey, Charlie. Hi. Welcome.
I'm gonna reply to you real quick.
There. Because I know there's a bit of a delay.
There we go.
Sweet.
Alright, now, as I was saying, I'm gonna go to my secondary live stream here, the one that's supposed to lead to this one. And we're gonna share the link. There you go. Check it out. Doing video game stuff. There. That now, I think my bombardment of messages should be more than enough to get everyone's attention. I think.
But yeah, so Charlie, how's your week been going? Do let me know. Do let me know.
I'm just drawing this robot guy. Doing some video game concept art to pad out my portfolio. And, you know, my idea is today with the stream is to, number one, get a stream out for you guys, even if it's on my second channel. Number two, create content for that second channel, because it's my turn to create a video for this channel this week. And number three, pad out my art portfolio personally so that I can get, possibly have clients, people come in and, you know, hire me as a freelance artist for any of their projects they want or whatever. That's one way I can make money while I'm up here in Canada, you know, before I'm legally allowed to work. So yeah. Tion, hello, welcome to the stream. Glad you guys found your way here. I knew that proxy stream was a good idea. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Let's see, I'll make sure. Yeah, okay. I'm just drawing this stuff. What I'm doing here, as I was telling everyone just now, I am using this time to create a live stream for my secondary channel, because this is a channel run by me and my wife, in which we do video game design stuff. And one of the series on this channel involves me coming up with random video game ideas. I never follow through with them, they're just there for fun. And I thought I'd do that this week for the YouTube channel for Caffeinated Dragonware. So what you're watching now is me doing that. I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to give you guys a live stream, and I'm also going to pad out my art portfolio so hopefully I could get hired on by someone all at once, you know? Trying to knock it a little of everything out of the park. Do a little of everything, you know? That's what I meant to say. What am I drawing? I am drawing this robot guy. Random robot dude that I made up. Not sure what his deal is. He looks like a bad guy. Maybe a good guy. I don't know. Or maybe just not a good guy or a bad guy. Just a robot guy with guns. Looks kind of fun. And I'm going to turn this into a video game concept. And that'll be my fun little video for this secondary channel. And you know, that'll be entertaining for people. People like that stuff, I find. I find people enjoy that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm working on here, and I think it'll be really fun. I'm glad everyone could find the stream. I really think the kicker was probably setting up that secondary live stream that I have in the other side of the room, directing people to come here. I think that was really the key, which for some reason I find that absolutely hilarious. I mean, it makes sense, but I still think it's funny. Oh, is the, hang on, the music stopped. Gotta get that going again. Sorry about that. You guys also gotta let me know whenever the music runs out, because I am not going from a live stream, and this time I'm doing it from... This time I'm... what am I trying to say? This time I'm actually just bringing it in from a video.
Thanks for the hot pizza pops, Mike.
There, okay.
You're welcome, Mrs. Herrera. Pizza Pops!
So it will periodically run out and I'll have to restart the video that it's playing from. So you're not hearing it directly from my desktop audio is the thing.
Finish strong.
Alright, so, robot guy, huh? Let's zoom out. Let's give him... And this 3D model I made myself. That's why I feel okay with tracing over it and using it as a rough, like, basic sketch sort of thing. Because, like I said, I did draw the 3D model myself. I did come up with it myself. This isn't like I'm cheating and tracing over someone else's work. This is just straight up how I do things sometimes, especially with more, you know, complicated figures that require a bit more help, a bit more for me to work on or take care of and stuff. Sometimes it's really hard to do these things, so, you know, having a 3D model there helps. I don't know what it is. I'm not on my A game today, though. LPTV, hello! How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just over here doing my thing, you know? Trying to expand my art portfolio, trying to create a fun little game pitch idea that would be a fun little gimmicky video. And, you know, doing a little everything. Epsilon, hey, welcome to the live stream. Glad you're here. I was hoping everyone could make it from my other channel. Yeah, so right now, I'm just drawing in this robot model that I created, this 3D model. I made it in Animator. Hope you guys can see it. Let me disable that. Might not be here for very long. Totally get it. I understand. But for those of you who are curious, there's a few people joining just now. Made up this 3D model to use in a video game concept art sort of thing, just for a fun little video I can post on this channel. That way I can get my live stream done for the week while also expanding my portfolio and still creating content for Caffeinated Dragonware, all in one go. Because I am multitasking. I am having a good day. Got back from a trip with my wife. We went to a wonderful little area, little cabin sort of getaway we had. It was fun. Got to go along the beach, explore, go hiking. I love that sort of stuff. It was great. But now I'm back. And since I am back, I'm going to get straight to work on this stuff. Yeah. Okay. So here we got his gun. I don't even know how successful this live stream will be. I mean, I know it'll be successful, but I mean progress-wise. I want to make sure I get plenty of progress on this character. I do actually want to have a finished product by the end of it. Yeah, we should go to the beach. Yeah, it was very nice. I mean, you know, I'm from Kansas, so I don't go to the beach very frequently. It's always a treat for me. I always enjoy that. Like the model reminds me of the cartoony 2000s game you played as a kid. Yeah, I was thinking that too, you know, early 2000s, sort of late 90s, early 2000s CG for video games and stuff. I mean, it helps. It's very helpful for, I find Animator, even though it's not the world's best 3D program, it's fantastic if you want to just rough out a model for drawing reference. It's really handy. Ah, sweet. Yeah, hiking is fun. I wish I was more into outdoorsy stuff as a kid. I didn't know what I was missing. As a kid, I was the shut-in, only play video games, outdoor stuff is boring sort of kid. I admit it, I was like that, and I regret it, you know? I think I would have actually I think I really would have enjoyed it. You know? I really do. So, oh well, I have my whole life ahead of me to make up for that sort of stuff. There we go. Same little, yeah. Yeah, oh man, you don't realize it till after it's over with. You're like, oh man, I could have been enjoying myself this whole time. Kind of both at once. I get it, yeah. Like you do like the indoor stuff, but you like the outdoor stuff. Yeah, I am drawing with a drawing tablet, a Wacom Intuos Pro. That is my go-to. I love it to pieces. It and me are best friends. I go to scouting events, but for most of middle school, I didn't know the names of all your classmates. Fair enough. Did you have a big class? I mean, I could see, like, if you have, like, a class of, like, hundreds of people or something, how that would be hard to keep track of. It was, like, a big city sort of school or whatever. My mom had a lot of kids in her class. I think she had over, like, I want to say almost 200 kids in her graduating class. I'm not sure. At that rate, it's kind of hard to keep track of everybody. Even if you're a kid. $25 people. Oh, okay. Much different. Gotcha. Oh, sorry to hear that. You just didn't feel like you belonged. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Three people I actually spoke to in class. Oh, okay, gotcha. The social circle that you had going on, you know? Wasn't particularly social myself, as I recall. Yeah? BT-M for 8 years. Excuse me. Is that also from Wacom? I am not familiar with that model, although it does sound good. Or is it from Huion or something? I'm not a fanboy of Wacom per se. I found like a tablet that like really is reliable, so I stick with it, you know? I went to a newly made high school at the time, so I was pretty much friends with everyone because it was a small group. Oh wow, first students there. Well, that's got to be a unique experience, you know? Not everyone can say that, you know, first class of a new high school. That's pretty cool. My cousin went to a class. He was like one of only 12 students there. Or maybe, no, that's right. It was tiny little town. I went to my cousin's graduation. He was like one of only like 5 kids in the class. Tiny, tiny school town. That's another Intuos model. Okay, cool. Yeah, I really dig Intuos. I mean, I know they are pricey. I get that. I totally get that. And they're kind of like in that sense, they're kind of like the Apple of tablets. Although I think that's not a fair comparison because I hate Apple. And I actually like Wacom. So maybe I'm just biased. Maybe I am a little bit of a Wacom fanboy. But, I mean, can you blame me? They make some really solid stuff. Wacom, okay, so Wacom 1, how's that work? How is it? I've heard a little bit about it, not a lot. So I'm interested to hear someone else review it real quick. So, do you like it? Do you like the Wacom 1? Or is it just like, well, this is just the same as the Intuos, I don't really know much of a difference? Because I do worry sometimes that a lot of the stuff is like, well, you know, oversold or overhyped. And a lot of the features like, oh, we have 2 trillion points of pressure instead of just 1 trillion points of pressure. And it's like, okay, at what point are you outperforming what a human being can actually detect? So I was just curious about like the specs and stuff. Unlike Apple products, Wacom tablets can actually take a beating. Here. My gosh, the amount of times I've spilled coffee on this guy, and he has come out in clutch for me still. Like, good grief, what a soldier. Seriously, total trooper here. Cheapest one they make with a screen, pretty much no buttons. Okay, cool. Never have used a screen tablet before. That would be interesting to work with. And I hear screen tablets are the way to go, but I haven't been willing to make the jump yet because I'm used to the... let me put it this way, I'm used to non-screen tablets, and I feel like I can manage with it. Really good for what you pay. Oh, cool, cool. I dig it. Nice. Unique experience. No bullies for freshmen. We'd tease and roughhouse, but it was like a small family growing all together. Sweet. Yeah, I never understood bullying and stuff. It's like, eh. When I say I never understood, like, I get that it happens. I just never understood the kids who do it. Like, it never made sense to me. We had a few little bullying incidents in our school, but it wasn't anything major. We had a small town school, too, so it was like, you know, not a lot in that regard either. Wacom was a non-screen tablet. Okay, yeah, see, I'm used to that, though, is the thing. So I don't think I would ever transition to a screen tablet unless, like, Epsilon, do you have experience with non-screen versus screen? And if so, does it, like, make a huge difference? Oh, okay, issues with hand-eye coordination. Got ya. Well, that would be a case where, you know, you would actually want to switch over. I get it then. That, like, totally would make the, that would be the make or break point, right? That would be the deal breaker. That I get. Because for me, if I can, like, I can do what I desire to do currently. At my current skill level, I can do what I desire to do with just my straight up tablet like this. But the thing I've been noticing is I've been wanting to expand my art talents. Those of you who follow me on Twitter or Tumblr or DeviantArt have known that I recently posted a drawing, realistic quote-unquote drawing of just a waitress at some cafe or something. And that's me trying to expand my art abilities. And I know it wasn't super realistic, I get that. I'm a long ways from the level I want to be at. But I feel like if I do that, I can expand my repertoire and actually be able to do more for potential clients. That'll get more people interested, you know? So that's what I was thinking. Non-screen still works great. I just felt like I would stand to gain from spending the extra money. Yeah, I get it. No, totally. Totally. You get that, and it's like, you know, pro versus con sort of scenario, and it's like, well, the pros definitely outweigh the cons in your case, because you mentioned the hand-eye coordination thing, and it makes sense. Alright, so what do we got here for this guy? Not technically accurate, but I am going to draw the detailing on the grill right here, running down the length of his arm, just to show that I didn't forget it, that it is still there, for visibility's sake. And then make it riveted. Nice. Robot dude. So let's draw the part where his chest armor sort of swoops in here. Like makes that sort of shape. Which we can just stick with the front for now. And then just do this number. I kind of made it curve upwards and around a bit, but I think I like that a little better than what I did in the concept art where it was just dented inwards. Kind of like the upwards curve of the thing. It kind of resembles a rib cage almost. So here we got a tangent line. Let's deal with it. Very good. Even if it's technically not 100% accurate to the 3D model, do prioritize it looking good above all else. Sure no one's confused on my other stream. surprised by anything. Good. Alright, sweet. Alright, let's mix these. Now I did draw him in having a, and I think I'll do it this way. I did draw a cape over him, and I kind of liked that. I actually liked it a lot, so I'm going to give him a cape too. It gives more character to the robot, I think. Like, why is the robot wearing a cape? That adds some intrigue and interest to the character design that I think would benefit the overall thing and make it more interesting. Because the whole point, it is, like, I know this is just a random exercise in drawing. I get that. But like I said, I am doing this so I can get better at art and also expand my portfolio, as well as create a fake video game concept art. So all those things together makes me believe that I should really give it my all here. And one of the ways I do that is by adding the little details that I would create if I was that invested in this. If I was actually making concept art for a video game, you bet I would be invested enough to add a little cape on as a detail. Not a little cape, a big cape actually. So it's stuff like that really, I think, sets it and makes it worthwhile. So this is the sort of stuff I would totally do. Okay, so now the helmet, or brain in a jar sort of thing. Name just popped into my head for this guy. Commander Kern, or General Kern, K-E-R-N. Don't know why. That just sounds like it's like this guy. I get a vibe. And that that's his name. You know? I just feel like it would fit him. So Kern. I think I'm gonna call him Kern. Unless there's anyone out there who has a better name, which I am definitely open to. Get rid of that. You owned your tablet for years but never used it until 2 years ago. What kick-started it then? What made you start using it? Was it just finally getting inspired enough to draw, or did you find it like it was lying around and then you finally found it again or something? Like, what made that finally start happening for you? Rob the bot. The pun is real. Rob the bot. I kind of like that actually. Hang on, I'm going to take a screenshot of your comment there. I'll use that in reference for the video I make. Sweet, there. Rob the bot has now been screenshotted. Rob the bot. Cool. Even if it's not the final name, that's just kind of funny. Give me a second, guys. Windows is loading. I hope nothing crashes. That would be bad. Paint is crashing. Wow, paint crashed. Okay.
Hey, Silver, welcome back to the stream. I'm sorry if it seemed like I was ignoring you earlier. Earlier, my live stream settings, the comments weren't set to display all. It was set to display top comments only, which, since no one was rating anything and it was just you for that time being, your stuff didn't show up. So I really am sorry about that. That was not on purpose, I swear. It was just, that's how it turned out, and I fixed it now. I did fix it, but that's, you know, that's the long and the short of it. So sorry again about that. Let's see. Episode. Name. There. Cool. Close. Okay, so hadn't drawn for years. Always used to do traditional pencil and paper. Then I found out wanted to try digital art. Cool. To give things really silly name. Right. Just for the sake of having fun with it. Also, his head, this is an example of what I mean by changing things slightly. His head I'll make slightly smaller than it should be, slightly higher up and stuff, just for the sake of making sure that that it's fully visible. Because otherwise the cloth from the cape would hide it a bit, and that's not actually what I want. Yeah, you figured that would happen. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, that's it exactly. Anyway, so as far as detailing goes, looks like I created this sort of pattern on the chest with 4 lines curving towards it from the sides and stuff. Okay, I can do that. So we go like this, right across. It's gonna be slightly different than the concept art I whipped up, but that's okay. And like that. Like it's indented or something. And then we'll bump this up to 5 again. Actually 3. I was gonna go with bolts all around the chest piece there, but I don't think it works. And then here. Harder to see here. Maybe I turn on the geometry now. Yeah. Okay. So right here, let me just hide that again. We're gonna have this. Swoop in like that. Oops, it needs to be at 2, not 3. To intersect there. And then we can draw his jetpacks. Passion product with the tablet, a Ghostbusters comic. Alright, cool. Tell us about it. Let me know the deets. Is like, I want to hear fan projects. I'm a huge fan of fan projects. I have an entire one about Invader Zim for crying out loud. So let me hear. Totally.
Rob the robot. Can we destroy it? Rob the robot. Affirmative. Perfection. Yes. Exactly. Don't mess with Rob the robot. Actually, wait, first, before I draw in the engines, I should do something else. I know this is getting rid of a little progress, but that's okay. I can imagine the cape coming out underneath the jetpack. Hence why I had it all shredded and stuff in the concept art. So the cape should actually poof out like this. Get rid of some of these wrinkles too, in the actual. What am I trying to say? Get rid of some of these wrinkles in the cape here and replace them with more accurate wrinkles, because really it should all be. It should all be coming in around the armor piece here. It should all just be, you know, like spreading out as it gets further away and stuff. And really, like pinched right there. Cool, and then I can come in with stuff like this and then really sell it. Wait, chat just disconnected? Wow, please wait while we try to reconnect you. What's going on? Can you guys still hear me? Hey, am I still there for you guys? That was weird. The screen right now says chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Uh-oh. Hope that's not a sign of things being too rough. Okay, yeah. There we go. Never mind. Successfully connected. That was weird. My Invaders Zim projects is partly what inspired. Oh, nice! Now that's awesome. And yeah, sorry. For a second there, the computer did weird things with the chat. But it's all good now. Anyways, I am glad to hear that. That's actually... I'm really excited to hear that my project inspired someone like that. That's cool. It's not every day I get to hear that. Sweet. Partially, yeah. Partially inspired, I should say, but still, that's cool. Won't let my ego run away with me now. Okay, you could hear me, but the message didn't come through. Right, gotcha. Okay. Don't know what that was about. Maybe it's that stream I got going over there right now. But what can you do? I'm trying to make sure that everyone knows what's going on. Actually, I could probably end it. It's about time for a break anyways. So, yeah. I think I'll do that. Short break. Very short break. And then I come back in. Cool. I'm going to take a short break real quick, guys. When I come back, we'll just keep going. It'll be fun. Hopefully I get the concept art done today. That's the goal. Anyway, see you guys in a second. In a second. There we go. I have returned. Hello, everybody. Let's get back to it. All right. Well connect. Hey, thank you very much. Alright, so as we were saying with this dude, let's get back to work on his abdomen. So here I got some, I had some pipes running this way as part of his torso. Let's just draw those in. Add in the grid to make it easier to spot them. Something like this. Okay, that'll do. Oh, there. Okay, change of plans for this last bit though. That definitely isn't supposed to be that short compared to the torso itself. Let's just swoop it up. Maybe like that. Okay, let's see. That's more like it. Cool, cool. Like how it's turning out. Okay, now for his waist. Actually, waist would be more like, yeah, the bottom rivet there would be, bottom rib, I guess, for lack of a better word, would be more out. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's the back. Okay, never mind. See, at first I thought this right here, this curvy part that looks like this, at first I thought that was the back of his, like, chest armor, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. No, it's just the other jetpack. Okay, much better. Doy. All right. Okay, let's straighten this out. Okay. I believe the spider leg here is curved inwards. Yeah, like that. So we got this. Good. Perfect shape. And hidden behind the barrel of the gun. Speaking of which, sprechen Sie was? That isn't speaking of which in German at all. I just say things. Alright, let's just add the holes here for the gun barrel, even if they take up a bit more of the space than we would like. Just for the sake of having them visibly there. Actually, just delete this. Fill these in with black, and then shrink the shape that I made. That would be the easiest, for these ones at least. There we go. Here comes that. Add it in. Swipe it away. Check the geometry on that. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And add this joint in. And then the spider leg, of course. Nice. Very good. Just putting these here to sort of imply that the seam is along the side there. Alright, there's that, and that. And that. Okay, cool. Good, 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 good. Even though it's not technically how this angle looks, I'm going to add in this spider leg as having been like that, only for the purpose of making it distinct from the other one. There we go. Add that in there. Okay. Now for the gun barrels. Now, and that is there, like that. Alright, now. Hey, LPTV, welcome back. Hello. The foot reminds you of a Scorpion singer. I get that, yeah. No, I definitely get that vibe. When I was designing it, I thought that too. It definitely looks like that, totally. It's that little bump curve sort of thing going on, like the base of it is bumpy and curved and then the point comes to a sharp edge. I think that's the thing that really gives it that sort of vibe. Personal opinion, of course, but yeah, I think that's what does it. You like it. Nice. Thank you. Glad you do. So there's those drawn in. All that's left is the cape and the jetpack. Sweet. Now the cape, I still am not quite satisfied. Let me just see here. Oh, I might be. No, let's just do like this and whoosh. Cool. Back in 2017, got back into Ghostbusters for all the hype of the 2016 reboot. Right, yeah. Some ideas I wanted to tell, ask some friends on helping a comic project. Never got off the ground due to their busy lives. Understandable, of course. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know that. Like, as a TDM, when I was working on that. And I still am, by the way. But, you know, the external help was a big necessity, but also a big issue. You gotta rely on other people, and not always can people do what you need them to because they have lives, you know, especially if it's a volunteer project. So I get that. Yeah, I can relate. Yeah. So when they dropped out, I decided to look for my old drawing title and work on it ever since. Nice. Hey, the old saying goes, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. I can respect that. Totally. So sweet. Sounds like you got a good thing going for it. Another tangent line spotted. Better deal with it. So how long is this comic? Is it like is it supposed to be like a comic series or like a graphic novel or something? Or, you know, what are we thinking of here? Is it like a short comic or anything like that? You don't have to share any of the details you don't want to share, obviously. I'm just trying to make conversation is all. Alright, there. Boom. Add that in. A lot of issues or arcs for it, but I'm concentrating on getting issue 1 and 2 done. That's fair. Fair enough. Sorry, it's tough for years. I felt like someone can take time on with real passion. Why not me too? Aw, well, thank you. I'm glad I was able to help. You know, make it more, give you the kickstart, help you give it a kickstart you need for it. Honestly, as long as your life is squared away, then go for it. That's why ICTDM takes so long for me. Honestly, it's because I have other priorities that come first. Obviously, life comes first, but I'm never gonna let it make me give up on ICTDM. That's just not happening, you know? So good, I'm glad to hear that. Now there's his cape, nice and shredded down there from the... I like to imagine his cape gets just burnt and shredded from the constant heat blasts from the jetpack. Kind of a cool look, you know? Not practical in the slightest, but, you know, cool. And ask anything, I love when talking about when people are kind of... Yeah. So yeah, let me see here. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Man, I'm letting you mute the microphone. Ah, hurry up, hurry up. Okay, there we go. Saved you guys from the sneeze. But anyways, yeah, cool. So what is the story, if you don't mind sharing? What is the story here? Thank you. Glad you like the robot. I like how it's coming together too. It's really, I'm actually starting to dig it. I'm at the point now where I'm no longer trepidatious and I actually am into the project, this little project here. Because at first it's kind of awkward. It's like, where do I begin? But now I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this, and let's add this detail here and do that. You know, so it's always good when I finally get to that point. Yeah, but what's the plot outline of the story, if you don't mind me asking? Sneeze was so loud the world went mute. Right? That's great. Dude, why would the cape it gets burnt? It looks cool. Yeah, exactly. Because it looks cool. And that's all the reason he needs. Robert the robot does not need any other reason. Because it looks cool. Because unlike you, I am not a total pleb. The cape is Gucci. It's designer. That's great. Okay, young woman from the Midwest used to New York in the spring of '85. Should be friends and falls in love with the guy who's leading a protesting campaign. All right. So far, following along. Ah, put that in there. Ghostbusters anti-Ghostbusters pro-ghost. Ah, gotcha. The natural fallout you could see from a world in which ghosts are like proven to be real and the Ghostbusters hunt them. You'd see people starting up campaigns like that. I'm sure it makes sense, actually, that people would do that. And boom. Okay. Now let me add in some detailing here, like this. Oh yeah, because the Ghostbusters would obviously butt heads with that, because that's their livelihood. That's being threatened, so obviously there would be a conflict. Interesting source of conflict, actually. Different angle than I would have expected, and I kind of dig having like a unique conflict for a story, not something that's been done to death or anything. That's cool. All right, so let's see here. Drawing design done on the robot. Let me add in some flames. For now, we're gonna color code them green, just so as a stand-in. We'll have an actual color for them later. But for now, I'll stand in them with green. And yeah. Tool properties, contour smoothing, mix, minimum size. Yep, okay. So starting to realize not all ghosts are friendly while they learn some are and become their first rookie. Okay, so it's like picking up the torch sort of thing. That's neat. Page down and good. Okay, because this is supposed to be behind that. Gonna need some references for jet fire. No, not the transformer. Okay, never mind. Jet engine. Fire. Okay, yeah. Let's get some reference images here, just for jet engine then. How do jet engines look when they're active? Yeah. So it's less of a flame and more of like a smear, a blurry smear of color. Cool. All right, I can totally do something like that for this guy instead, and that's kind of what I was going for, anyways. Mostly focusing on Buster's because they're interesting to people to follow, but I'll make her journey as much as theirs. That's cool. No, it's good to strike a balance between that sort of things. Because you know why people come to these properties and watch these shows and stuff, and it's the main characters, obviously the original cast. But striking a balance between that and your new character, that's got to be interesting, an interesting challenge. Sweet though, cool. Look forward to I hope that you get it. I hope that you get it finished. You know, I hope you actually see it through and stuff. It sounds like you're on a good part already, a good track to it. So keep it up. Basically, is what I'm getting at. There's got to be a better way to do it than what I'm currently doing, but I don't know what it is, so I'm just doing it this way. The way I know how to. Drawing. Let's go to drawing, optimize, and remove contour strokes. Excellent. There we go. All right. So yeah, I'll definitely come back later and fill that in with another color, and then actually, you know what? I should go underneath where the other one would be. Let's see here. The other jetpack would be something like right here, so let's just rough that into. Right there. All right. Oops, didn't mean to delete all that. Huh. Okay, there we go. Getting some rough colors in is all. Rough colors that I'll tweak later. Cool, let's just drag this in. And I want to make sure, this is something I'm a little concerned with, and I want to make sure it looks good. Hide everything but the robot layer. Let's see how this looks rendered. Oh, good. No, that looks great. I was worried that the anti-aliasing would make the detailing too small to notice, but honestly, it looks good. So that's where I'm at now, and I like that. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, sweet. So moving on. I think what I'm going to do is just, by the way, I'm going to color in the flats of all these. I'm going to color the flat colors, and then in Krita I'll come back in and like really finesse it with the effects and stuff. Christmassy. You know, it does look Christmassy. I'm going to change that. That's not what I'm going for. That's... Actually, I got a good idea. Let's make it a sort of a darkish, maybe more of a brownish cape. Nah. What do I want? Actually, kind of wanted his body to be more of a darker color. Darker blackish, steelish color. I did like the crimson. I did like the crimson cape thing going on. Very warlord-like. Blue? Maybe blue. It's You're right, the red and green, I didn't think of it before when I was thinking this in my head, but you're right, it does look Christmassy. Let's try blue for the cape. Or maybe some off yellow or off yellowish green.
Ooh, that's looking really cool, actually.
Keep it red? Oh, okay. We'll see. I know this is a bit delayed. I'll wait and see what you think of this one, guys. This color scheme. Yellowy green. Almost sickly looking. Nah, but then I do like... Actually, I got it. Instead of red, instead of pure red, I can make it more of a burgundy color. I think that would be the best look for it, actually, now that I think of it. I just, and I know the chat is a little delayed. I like that too. There's so much to this side. I know by the time you watch this, I'll have moved on, but sorry about the chat delay and everything. I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to try my best to keep at it. Issue 1 is almost done. Nice! Okay, cool. Good on you. Red shading and the cut-up cape. Yeah. I like the red, too. Okay, so, but the green... Why am I going for... Oh! Maybe red would be a better color. Or some oh, hang on. Hang on. I have struck gold. Oh. Now that is menacing. I really like that. Black cape. I could think of that too. First, I'll see what you guys think of this, and then I'll check out what you think of a black cape. I'll change it after I get some feedback on this particular iteration. Let's see if I can get the comments to catch up here for a second. So far, it looks like you guys are thinking it's neat, which is always good. We got another sort of neutral-ish tone going. While you're doing that, let me start doing the detail work. Ah, did not mean to do that. There. There are questions. Ah, no. I'm gonna do the detail work and then I can come back in and change colors whenever I feel like. Yeah, right? I think it looks good too. I really like this tone. I think it really sets it the way I need it to be, the way I want it to look. Very ominous, you know, very menacing. You like the yellowy green? Yeah, let's go back to that. I could go back to that. But first, let me create a new thing. I'm going to make a slight offset thing here for his armor. Give him some lighter parts. Not necessarily final look, obviously. Just working in there a bit of things to give it some distinction. There's that, and that, 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 that. Cool. There's one, and here's the other. I'll add the joints in. I'll do some tweaking here for things that I don't like. Oh, delayed by like 2 minutes. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, well that makes sense then. And yeah, let's see here. The burgundy one. Yeah, the burgundy one I think is the best in my opinion. It's my favorite, so I'm gonna stick with it. The metal color is great. Sweet. Yeah, I really dig this. Definitely enjoying how this turns out. Get the shoulder pads like that. I don't want it too chaotic, is the thing. make that. That looks better. And then for the joints, what if I just did a little like this? Make it like glowing right there on the seams. That might be cool looking. And then on the back, do something like this, where it's 3-tone. I'll just leave it alone. There, just a slight difference. Just enough to make it distinct without being too glaring. That's what I'm going for. And then here, to make it match the pauldrons, kind of like that. Okay, I think this is the best it's looked. Alright. Got some flats here. That's nice. And I can add effects and shading and stuff after the fact. I just wanted to make sure that I got a nice bit of detailing here, which I did. So is there anything... Oh, wait, hang on. Anything I'm missing here? Yeah, it looks like my original intent was to have the legs have bolts along the side of their rivets. I'll leave those untouched though. I think it looks better plain, personally. Yeah, I like it too. I think this is good. This is a good color balance. Thank you. Glad you guys like it. I dig this too. I think this is going to be a good character design. Sweet. So now let me organize this. These colors. Oops. Not the node library. Drop that. That there. So we're going to call this in black. White. And actually, now that I know what color I want the character itself to be, I'll crank down the saturation there. Make his eyes off-white instead of pure white. Okay. So what's this? This is going to be jet. And what's this? This is going to be cape. This is going to be cape. No, this isn't going to be cape. It's going to be primary. This is going to be cape underside. This is going to be glow. Blue just doesn't exist. Vectorized line doesn't exist. Okay, this is going to be primary iron, or primary metal. Actually, let's just see. This is going to be called, not primary, this is going to be called detailing. There we go. Blue doesn't exist. Vectorized line is here for some reason. Okay, vectorized line. Oh, changes all those to black. There, now none should be vector. Okay. What? It tells me that vectorized line, if I delete it, it'll... Oh. Okay, change that to black. Good, there's nothing with vectorized line now. Thank you. It was telling me that if I deleted it, it would make it off. Something about off-white for the eyes is menacing by itself, slightly off and unnatural compared to the background in a good way. Hey, thank you. And I always like, even in the brightest day, like if this character was all white and blue and shining armor and good guy, I would still make the eyes slightly off-white. Like I would make them pale blue instead or something. And same with the machinery here, the armor. I didn't make it pure black because I like having a hint of color and everything. So like actually, that's what I'm about to go in here and do. I want to make sure that all the, let's see, what hue are we working with here? Hue of 343. Okay, so, funny, 343, because I like Halo, so that's funny. 343 Industries. 343. There we go. And we'll make it a saturation of 10. And a value of 15. Actually, we'll do 15, 15. Yeah. And then this one, what we got here. Once again, I'm going to make it 343 for the Hue and so let's do 340. It's even easier to remember that way. Saturation of 15, value of 25. Then hue of 340, saturation of 15, value of 35, 30. Yeah, 30. Then same here, saturation of 15, hue of 340, value of 45, 40. Hey, does this even show up? Actually, I might have gotten rid of that. Yeah, that wasn't even there. Okay, cool. So we're going to primary metal. This is... What is this one? Okay, that's definitely the backpack. We'll just call this secondary metal and then tertiary metal. Cool. Now we have the character all properly labeled there. I use non-pure white whenever I need to use a lot of light color, even for human eyes and teeth, like slightly off. Yes, exactly. It makes it more, it gives it more, and it's more interesting that way. It gives it more richness to the color, you know? More richness to the drawing. And actually, the saturation for this, I think I'll crank it up to 40. It looks better that way. It just flat out looks better. Because in the real world, almost nothing is pure white or pure black, or even pure gray, for that matter. There's always a little bit of hues to everything, and I think it works out for the best. Now let's just crank this up to 40 again. 30. Give it an inverse ratio. The higher it gets, the less saturation it has, obviously. There. There we go. This is what I wanted for my menacing little robot buddy. And you know, here, it's not really worth it to have this piece. Okay. Why are you drawing when I'm explicitly trying to click on the selection tool? Okay, something's off about that. Okay, I'm gonna have to close Toon Boom and reopen it, I think. Or, well, maybe... Yeah, I am, because for some reason it wants to just keep drawing. That's not good. I'll open it again. Yes, save. I really like this. And then I'll open it again and see where we're at. Back to Black and Black 2.0. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Almost no. That's why I said almost nothing is pure pitch black in the real world. I mean, obviously, I think the exception would be if you really wanted something to glow pure white, you would have it completely white. Or if you really wanted to emphasize darkness, or if you're doing outlines, then yeah, make it pitch black. Or even space. Like, a lot of people like having nebulas and stuff for space, which is cool. But realistically, a lot of space is pure black nothing. And so that's another thing to introduce, to keep in mind. I wish I knew how to draw within my lines instead of having to color overlap outside the shape. You use Photoshop. Yeah, I will be switching over to Krita for the shading. I find I like that better for more robust shading. And when I'm live streaming, it lags less, personally. But Toon Boom I love because of the line cutting features, and I've just gotten used to it. It's like second nature to me now. Oh yeah, here's what I was gonna do. Now I can select that. I'm gonna make that cape color. There we go. And now it's like it's folded over. Cool. Let's flatten it. Let's optimize. Remove contour strokes. And let me go ahead and try something here. Usually when I try to smooth out a drawing, it comes off looking bad because it over smooths it.
But in this case, what I think I can do is I think I'm going to go in there and scale it up. Oops.
What did I do? I think I just moved to a new frame. Okay. Scale it up. And then I'll probably be able to smooth it out without there being negative side effects. Okay, let's go. Drawing tools. No. I'll just do this. Drawing, optimize, smooth. Cool. Now that should have gotten rid of a lot of excess detailing that was hidden in and embedded with the brush. Again, it's moving kind of laggy because I am working with, I am live streaming this while I draw. Oops. Bring back that band on his minigun there. Okay. So I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is export this guy, this single side view, even though it's not really complete. And what am I trying to say? And I'm just gonna use that as, I'm just gonna color it all the way through, you know, and finish it all the way through. And that way you guys can kind of see what it looks like without me actually having to do the full thing. Because if I did, to draw all these things and stuff, it would be taking too long. So yeah, there we go. All right, so here he is back in his position. Let me hide the other layers. Boom, boom, boom. Very much smoother moving actually now. How does it look rendered? Still good? Yeah, still good. Cool. So now I export that, and I will... Actually, you know what? Why don't I just make it full-sized? Heck, if I'm going to do this, let's do this right. Let's get the camera peg up here. Let's just scale the camera down a bit. Let's make this look good. Those orange lines actually look pretty neat. Like they're all going, oh yeah, I mean like when I was selecting it. That's funny. I didn't think of it like that, but yeah, it kind of looks kind of cool. Still great. Thank you. Yeah. Let's do this. Zoom in a bit. Cool. Now, if I render it at this scale, yeah, it gets more detail in. That's what I wanted. Sweet. Perfect. Let's hide the color layer. Good. Take the jet color. Let me drop it to no visibility so I can add it in custom later as a light effect. Or maybe even partial visibility. I'll make it partially visible. That way I can really... Nah, I'll make it fully visible. What the heck, why not? That's the core of it. It needs to work like that. Okay, node view. Right. I'm going to call the drawing file names final. Why not? We're going to make them PNG images. Cool. File, export. No. File, export, render right nodes. Selected frames, 1 to 1. Alright. Alright, now we can go into Krita, but not yet. First, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'll be back with you momentarily. I'm going to grab myself some water, relax for a few minutes, and then when we come back, I will be working on this in Krita to give us some finalized artwork and stuff. So, see you guys in a bit. Where is the be right back screen? There it is. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully I wasn't gone too long. Okay, so the thing I noticed that went wrong when I simplified the drawing and made it less, how should I say it? Something went wrong there when I simplified the drawing and smoothed out the line art. And that was, it got rid of a few of the details. So, yeah, that's something we're gotta work on right now. The detailing has been, well, not eradicated, but like, you know, the bolts here are gone, for example. It just wiped them out of existence. So, let me just go ahead and fix this up. And yeah. Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Fortunately, it's just a bunch of dots, so it's not like it was anything too crazy hard to replace, you know? Still annoying, but what can you do? Cool, that's taken care of. And actually, now that I'm in here, maybe I can go ahead and add a single bit of detailing here. Make a note for myself to do this in the other ones too, for the sake of matching. But it does look nice. It does look nice to have that right there. Have this sort of detail work on the legs, just for that piece at least. So I think I'll go ahead and do that right here. It's easy enough to do without it. It doesn't look too out of place, you know. Plus I'm going to shrink this back down to size when I'm done with it, so the detail will come back in on itself and it'll be all fine. Actually, I'll get rid of the dots and just leave it as that. That look cool. Alright, sweet. So, time for the shading. So, first of all, I'm going to duplicate this and see what it looks like in shadow. Let's go with a multiply node. Very good. And now, actually, I'm going to do my usual thing here where I filter. I'm going to do two duplications of it. One that's normal colors, and then one that's going to be changed with a hue saturation value thing. Colorize. We're going to colorize it, crank up the saturation, and give it a burgundy-ish sort of hue there. And then we're going to overlay it on that 50-50. And then we're going to set this to multiply. And now we have our shadow layer. So wherever this exists, we're going to have shadows. And to prove that, let me add a transparency mask on here to show you what I'm talking about. Let's pretend I was giving you that. See what I mean? Shadows. So that's what we're working with here. Oh, and also these colors here. Let's stop for a second and address these right here, the glowing bits. Select grow selection by 1. There we go. Let's go to the shadow layer here, and for starters, we need to just get rid of that. Boom, done. Yep. Now those glowing bits are actually glowing. And actually we can do the same with the jet in the background, the jet fuel looking thing. So select grow selection by 1. There we go. And again, the shadow there. That just makes it so that it's, you know, squared away. We start out with the good basis of shading the proper things. And actually, since the entire interior, I can't believe I'm doing this, but that's true. The entire interior of his helmet is supposed to be glowing. There. However, just hide that. You see, this is all the stuff that's going to be shaded. And there's that. Okay, so color, no. Overlay. Multiply. Overlay might be pretty cool. Just go with normal. I could just, I don't even need to do the whole, I don't need to do the whole thing where I just multiply. I might even just do a manual adjustment here. How does this look if I were to use this as the shadow layer? Not too bad. Not too bad. Could use actually some more saturation. So let's crank that up to like a crazy high amount and then dim it. And then if I were to erase some pieces of it, I like that as the shadow. There we go. That's what I'm using as the shading. Very good. Alright, so let's go in here and do it. I always struggle with shading and lighting and try to think if it makes sense. Yeah, that can be difficult. Not gonna lie, shading and lighting can be really hard. It is definitely something you gotta practice at. I won't deny it. Especially when you're gonna do something like what I'm about to do here and gradiate it. Actually, that's a good point. Let me get rid of that. Let's not save it as a PNG file. Save as create a file. We're gonna go out here to our portfolio I'm creating. And art, character, robot, rough. Or, I'm gonna call it a critta file. Let's get that pulled up. There we go. Robot, and then we're gonna call this one final KRA. There. No, not as a PNG. Goodness. It still thinks I was trying to save it as a PNG image. Not what I wanted. Okay. File KRA.KRA. There. Now it knows. So add transparency mask. We're going to call this one shadows. There. Now I go in there and I can etch it in. Ah, sounds like my mother and father-in-law are back. So I will be gone here in a little bit to help them out with some stuff today, but I think I still have time to do this. the dog's barking. Yeah, I'll probably have to go soon and take care of the dog. Oh well, that's how it happens sometimes. Like I said, real life has its stuff you gotta do first. With responsibilities that you gotta take care of first and foremost before you move on to the fun stuff. That's just how it is. Let's add that in, the glow effect there. And then since this is cloth, it's gonna have different levels of sharpness to the shading, because that depends on how it that depends on where it forms in and stuff. Return, don't know if you said I was leaving, but I did. Ah, you didn't, but that's cool. Welcome back. So I'm just coming in here and doing some lighting stuff. But I might have to go soon because I might have other things to do here in a bit that don't involve drawing. It's just normal everyday stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how soon I have to leave, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up that might be happening. Not necessarily right away, though. looking good there. Actually, wait, I could just use my magic wand. Select, grow selection by 1. Okay. Actually, let's grow the selection by another. There we go. Alright, cool. Now I'm working within the bounds of what I want. Wait, control H. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks. I did not know that. Goodness. Thank you for the tip. Man, okay, cool. That works. I'll do some rim lighting here. Let me get rid of that. Makes it easier to see what you're doing in relation to the rest of it. Yeah, no kidding. Gosh, had I known I could do that, I would have been doing it. That's really good. Thank you very much. Found an accident when going through Control J once. Well, that's just great to know, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it, but that is very handy. Dang, Krita gets better and better every time I hear a new feature about it. Do not regret using Krita, honestly. What am I doing here? I am just shading in the character using different hardness of brushes. So like for the parts where the light is getting more direct, like higher intensity light, more direct, the light is more straight on it, you're gonna have a sharper edge to the lighting. And the parts where it's more smeared across it, where it's more of an angle, sort of splashing and sliding across it, you're going to get more of a gradient. Kind of like if you were to take a flashlight and aim it at your hand, pay attention to how it casts the shadow on the table, the stuff that, and how it behaves around that. You get an idea. Now this is a lot of this is just practice, and I am nowhere near the level I want to be with shading. But what I'm doing with it, what I'm currently doing with it is that. I'm using that as a reference point where certain stuff needs to be lighter, certain stuff needs to be darker, and certain stuff needs to transition at different rates than others, you know. So basically that's, if that helps, that's what I'm doing right here. And like these little bolts, what I'm doing here is making it so that the light catches them at certain angles to show that they have indentations on them. And of course, the further away you get, the dimmer that light is. So that's basically what I'm going for there, to answer the question. Yeah. Trying to make this a little more detailed than my usual work. Not sure if I'll be able to pull it off, but I am going for that. Alright, so let's work on this one here. Select row selection by 2. Okay. Yeah, exactly. A lot of this stuff is just, you gotta study things naturally how they are. Select cross section by 2. There we go. Now let's include this. Oh yeah, and clearly I gotta undo selecting some of these. Because I just want to work on the engine. Select, go selection 2. There we go, very good. Maybe sparks from the edge of the jet engine. Oh, probably, yeah. I'll get to the jet engine effects here later on. But I will say, yeah, definitely, I think there would be something like that going on. Actually, I probably won't get done with this character design today. I'll try to at least get the first layer of shading done. needs to be not so intense on that. Select, grow section by 2. There we go. And now, let's come in here and shade this in. Because the light is coming from here and hitting that. So it hit like that. Nice. Control H. Gotta get in that habit. Yeah, it's helpful. That looks interesting. Thank you. Glad you think it does so. I think this is going to be really well shaded when it's all said and done. I think it's going to look cool. Here, once again, flat with shading makes a huge difference to me. In my estimation, that is. Where do I want to touch next? I think I'll do some rim lighting here for the cape. Okay, select grow selection by 1. Actually, I'll do 2. No, I'll do 1. I'll stick with 1. Don't want to bleed into the other aspects of it or any of that. So now let me just do this and angle it in there. And we'll just use my soft brush to generally follow a path along the edge of the cape where it's going to be seeing the most exposure to the jet engine light. And I didn't hit it as intensely as I would have liked. So let me do that again. Yeah, it's still selected. Okay. Let me do that again. This time with a more intense brush. Something like that. So what I'm doing here, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I have a shadow layer that's this color, and then I have another layer that's the other color, the flat colors. And what I'm doing is I'm having a mask layer, which is basically me using black and white and gray, telling the computer what parts of the shadow layer I want to keep visible, and which parts I want to render as transparent now. And using both of these, I am able to create a sort of a color pattern to be like, hey, look, see this shadow stuff. This is what I want hidden and what I want displayed. Nice. I feel like I could use a little more oomph to it though. Oh, did the space station music stopped again? Properties.
Don't buy a new car, buy a used rental car instead. Hey, I know what
Usually
you're
use a
thinking.
multiply
That sounds
there.
crazy, but
Yeah,
let me
in
explain.
this, I wanted to,
See,
I would have done a
every year, two
multiply
rental
thing,
companies switch out their vehicles and
like I
get
would
new
have,
ones,
and it would look
and
really
no,
dark
it's not
and cool.
because they're beat up.
But I was
it's
kind of
because they wanna have the
interested
latest models to
in
impress
setting the
their
color I
customers.
wanted
And
ahead
what
of
most
time.
people don't know
Because
is they
normally you're
sell
right.
their
Normally I
older
would
ones
do
cheap to
multiply,
get rid of them fast.
but in this instance, I
And
wanted to
these
set the
vehicles
color
are
I
the
wanted ahead of
absolute
time
best
and just
option
see
if
how
you
it
were
turned
someone
out
who's
looking.
looking for easy, affordable payment options.
When I did
Because the
that.
vehicles are
Actually,
typically
leave
only a year or
2/3 of
two
it
old,
dark.
banks
Actually, I'll
give
make it
preferential interest rates
semi-transparent
and
to the
terms,
layer so that
making them
the shadow
very
on
easy to be
isn't
approved
too
on.
contrasting.
Hey, my name's Steve.
Color
with
burn or
Driving with
linear
Steve,
burn layer for
and for the
shading?
last 10 years, I've
Now
helped
that's something I
thousands
haven't
and
thought of
thousands
before.
of people just like you get into vehicles just like this, and I make it very easy. All you have to do is click the link
It's a little
below,
arithmetic,
answer
right?
a couple quick
No, it's not.
questions,
Oh,
and
didn't
we're
do
going to
that.
show you vehicle options in your budget. Right now is the best time to be looking for a vehicle. The rental industry isn't exactly booming. People aren't traveling like they used to, and these vehicles are being sent to my exclusive dealer network all across Canada.
I'm trying to.
So go ahead,
So
click
I'm
the
just
link
looking at the
below.
various
If you like the options we
blending
show
modes
you,
I have
come
here.
on in, take a test drive in one, or we'll deliver the vehicle right to your doorstep. We make it very
Easy
easy.
burn.
So go ahead.
I
click
could
the
see
link
burn
below,
being
and we
really
will be in
handy for
touch shortly.
shading. Actually, I kind of dig it, but it's a little too dark for my taste. I'll just leave it at normal. This time I wanted to experiment with just setting the tone I wanted as is, and then just adding to it later.
Oh, there's an ad on the music again. Oh gosh, thank you. Oh gosh, okay. Hang on a second, guys. Give me a second. How do I... Thanks for stopping that. Let me know if it still keeps up. It stopped now. Ah, dang it. I just refreshed. Shoot. Because once again, I can't hear it. Well, them's the brakes, I guess. But it isn't lo-fi. Oh, hang on. Did it just... Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it.
Maybe I should just download the music next time and then have it just playing in the background. Ah. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, the delay makes it difficult to communicate that. I think what I should do is just, like I said, download a local copy of it and just play it on loop. That'd probably result in the best. That'd probably be for the best, I mean. And we wouldn't have to deal with it. Just a bit difficult. Yeah. this is a problem. The fact that it's okay. Let me just.
With TELUS, you're part of the network that gives back.
If I want.
We're using our technology for good
Then I'll just grow
to
this
connect Canadians in need and help build a more sustainable future for our customers and communities. Together, we're taking a big leap forward to make the world a better place. Let's make the future friendly.
Can I cook you boys some pizza pops?
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mrs. Herrera.
Just
That's
90
what?
seconds
I'll be able to
until
tell where I'm
hot,
shading more easily, even if it's a bit
mouth-wateringly
overreactive.
delicious pizza pops.
There is
Mike.
merit to that.
Mike.
But nah, I think I'm doing good without that.
Gotta go.
Your friend seems nice.
Pizza Pops. Weird good.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab the jet engine color, duplicate it. Why did I copy the whole layer? Oh wait, because I duplicated, I didn't. Never mind. Anyways, I'm gonna do that and set it to burn. Or maybe okay, let's add a blur filter and see how it looks for now. Add filter mask. Gaussian blur. Let's make the Gaussian blur that, whatever. And then color, no. Lighten. Lighten, maybe.
That might be the effect we're looking for.
Nice. Maybe drop the blur a bit by 15? Drop it to 15, I mean. Filter, adjust. HSV adjustment. There we go. That's more like a jet engine. We're gonna add a transparency mask. And make it more like a jet engine by having those streaks in the center of it. Right back. That's okay. But I will be gone here in a bit. I think it's getting closer and closer to time for me to leave. Yeah, so just letting you know that's going to be happening soon. Oh, dang. Sorry to hear that, Epsilon. Yeah. Why can't, are you just too busy today to work on your short film? re-record a bunch of stuff with people at home, so I can't do that now. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I know how that is. Oh, believe me, I do know how that is. Another issue that came up when I simplified the line art in Toon Boom, without realizing it till too late, of course. Some of the lines on the more finely tuned, thinner sections just vanished entirely, leaving it with just color. Where to transition between two different, colors or parts of the drawing or something, and that was a bit of a problem. But what can you do? What can you do? Just something I noticed. Rough thing first, and then we'll go back in and refine it here after the fact. So, there we go. There we go. Boom. There we go. Does affect that to a degree. Thin that up a bit. I'll have to go back in after the fact and manually shade each of these individual pieces. But that's just how it is. Well, it's looking good so far, but unfortunately, guys, this is where I'm gonna have to call it quits. So I'm gonna wait for chat to catch up again. Everything's real laggy today. I can't help that. Sorry. But okay. Anyways,
Yep, so this is where I'm ending for now, guys. I didn't get what I wanted done all the way, but I still got a decent chunk of progress, so I'm happy, you know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I hope you liked it and had a good time, because I know I did. And yeah, I'm going to be live streaming every Saturday over on my other channel, IZ the Doom Movie. It's just this week I had to get a lot done, and so I figured I'd kill a few birds with one stone by doing this right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I really do. And yeah, if you're curious to see how this robot design turns out, stay tuned and check out the channel, Caffeinated Dragonware, because I'll post a video this Saturday about the final video game idea pitch thing. And yeah, it'll be really cool. So thank you. Yeah, have a good week. Yeah, you too, Epsilon. Hope you have a good link. I hope you get a chance to re-record those lines, actually. That'll be nice. I hope you get a chance for that. Seriously. And yeah, that's it. So take care, everybody. I hope you all have a good one. Bye. Wait, I'm going to wait till the audio, until I know I just waved by. I don't want to cut off the stream too early.